up, you guys? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 197. And I'm gonna say this, okay? I'm very impressed with Vivi. Very quick thinking. And what I'm talking about is how after Koza shows up, Koza finds out that Crocodile's been behind everything. And so for the last 2 years, he's basically been beating to the march of Crocodile's drum. And when Vivi's father basically says, hey, I need you to go save our people, go warn them, because Chaka lets the cat out the bag. Hey, this place is going to get turned into Hiroshima. You need to go down there and get them the fuck out of here. And Koza does, the rational thing, at least for someone who is being emotional, has that much invested. You got to understand, Koza rode all the way there, has been fighting for a very long time. He's got a lot invested in what's getting ready to happen. They're so close to realizing their dream of overtaking the palace, and then he finds out that, hey, somebody else has been behind this. So for Koza, I like seeing how Koza just got brought right back down. The other thing, though, what I liked about Vivi's quick thinking is the fact that Vivi recognizes this, and she basically pins Koza down and forces him to listen to it. She says, look, if you go down there and you tell them what's getting ready to happen, all chaos is about to ensue. And it really reminded me of what happened in Game of Thrones around episode 9, I believe. Spoiler alert for those of you who aren't caught up on Game of Thrones, or you wait until it comes out on DVD, Blu-ray, or Amazon, or iTunes, however you watch it. But in that episode, Battle of the Bastards, right? Sansa was telling Jon Snow, hey, you need to hang out. Like, you need to just chill out, because if you do what Ramsay Bolton wants you to do, then what's going to end up happening is you're going to play right into his hand. I don't know much about military, but I know Ramsay. And with Vivi, Vivi knows Crocodile because she worked in Baroque Works, and she got high enough where she was a numbered agent and single digit. So she knows what his end game is. And when she finally talks some sense into him, that's when they have a very elaborate plan, but it's so elaborate that it's simple, which makes it genius. And what I'm referring to is the fact that Vivi gets the palace guards to surrender. Koza takes the white flag. He's waving it. This is after Crocodile. It's like, you think I'm going to let you sit by and do this shit? Because Crocodile understands this shit could actually work. And if it works, then his plan's all for naught. And so I like seeing that. I like how Chaka gets a second burst of energy, and through the plot shield, he's able to keep fighting Crocodile, hold him off long enough for him to kind of carry this out. The chapter ends off with Koza just getting a bullet straight through the chest. It looks like through the chest, and I was wrong last time. I thought he might have got shot in the eye. Turns out he was just injured. So we'll see how that goes. But as of right now, it looks like he got shot, man. But obviously with Chaka, getting right the fuck back up, I know better now. Like, I've learned my lesson. Like, death, I know it's not happening in One Piece. So with that being said, I want to jump a little further in depth into some character analysis, because this was great character development. Plot moved forward a little bit, but the character development was really at the heart of character development. You see it in two parts. You see it with Koza, obviously with the flashback, because he's thinking about his old man. He's thinking about Vivi's father saying how much you love this kingdom. But the other thing is with Koza, again, you've seen how he went from this stubborn little boy who has his own sand band, like the followers and everything. And now he's got a rebel army, and you see how when he saw himself in that little boy, he tried to send him away, tried to say, hey, I've already walked down this path. It's pretty dark, lonely, and twisted. You don't need to go down this. And he tries to spare him from it. Kid gets sucked in anyway. And then when Koza gets there and he sees the royal guard just laid out, he's thinking, oh shit, this is really happening. But then he realizes that Crocodile did it, just pulling the rug from underneath him. I love seeing that. Koza, just his, I guess the best way to put it, Koza's whole world has been shaken at this point, and to see how right away he realizes what's going on, assesses the situation, albeit not in the most rational way. It takes Vivi to kind of beat some sense into him, not literally, but she does have to physically restrain him to talk to him. And just seeing that, it really says a lot about the human psyche. You know, I ask this question a lot, and I don't always voice it with you guys, but anytime you read any type of literature, you should always, and manga counts, you should always be asking yourself when you look back at an arc as a whole, or even the chapters, you know, what is the author trying to say is the meaning of being human? In this case, it's admitting when you're wrong and not letting your wrongs, like not letting your mistakes weigh you down. Koza tries to do the right thing. So I like seeing that bit of character development on his end. And then on the other end of the spectrum, the other leader trying to stop, or the other leader of the opposition, in this case would be Vivi, you know, because she's got, you know, the kingdom, she's princess, but she's also got the Straw Hats. You could argue that she, in this case, she is the leader of the Straw Hats. Luffy is hands down the captain, but for all sense and purposes of this arc, this is hers. This is her payoff. You know, she's the central figure. She has the most writing on it. If anything, you could say she's just delegating the responsibility of bringing her kingdom to the different Straw Hat members. So on Vivi's end, where you see a lot of development with Vivi, is the fact that once again she's showing that she's able to keep a cool head. She does lose it from time to time, as when she and Luffy got into it, but Vivi never stops the whole political princess training type stuff. We saw flashes of her wisdom when she was a child, and I don't know about you guys, but when shit is going on around you, when you have a lot of chaotic stuff, that's when you have real leaders emerge. And it says a lot that Vivi was the one who kept a cool head. Her father has years of being a ruler, and yet her father tells Koza to do the one thing that he shouldn't. Or rather, her father doesn't give concrete instructions. He gives a very abstract thing. Stop this, Koza. Stop it. How Vivi gives him a very plain and simple, like, hey, if you go down there, this is what's going to happen. We have to convince everyone to surrender. That's a very clear set of instructions right there. A lot more clearer than what her father did. You know, it's quick thinking like that. It's what makes me say I can see why Crocodile would move her up through the ranks of Baroque work. So once again, the character development with Vivi continues to go up. Overall, very satisfying chapter. But my chapter question for you guys is, what were you more impressed with? Were you more impressed with the fact that Vivi was able to think up a counter plan right then and there? A counter plan so good that, I know I'm selling the shit out of Vivi right now, but a counter plan so good that Crocodile himself felt the need to step in to try to stop it? Or were you more impressed with the fact that Koza was able to swallow his pride, admit that he was wrong, and try to convince his men to lay down their arms? Let me know what you guys think. But as always, if you like anything I had to say, hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. I will greatly appreciate it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.